I want you guys to think about something real quick. What does the Bible say about the midnight hour? A lot of things happen in the scripture when the midnight hour hit. God said, I hate your feast dates. Was he not only just talking to Israel? Or could he not have been just talking to mankind as well, and mankind's feast dates? Because you got to think, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day is a pagan feast date, just like Christmas. Uh, Thanksgiving is a pagan feast date. These days that man, and y'all know good and well, that these things that we celebrate today ain't in the Old Testament that they celebrated, and nothing found in the New. And this idol worship of paganism, because the New Year's Eve going into the New Year's, you're celebrating nothing. It's paganism. It's idol worship. And you could also say worship, because the word also says that even that with the children of Israel, they went off a whoring under other gods. That just not that don't just apply to God's bride, which is Israel. It applies to the bride of Christ, which is the church, that menorah lampstand. We've gone a whoring into worship, because if you look at that, you could actually take and just move a couple letters around. You get whore into the worship part. You could, I mean, the word, the symbolism is still there, because guess what? You, in idolatry, you are offering yourself up as a sacrifice by chasing behind something that is not going to get you into the kingdom. You could be in all kind of clubs. You could be chasing political parties. You could be all of this whoring that we have done, sports teams, all this stuff. And the reason why it becomes whoring is because you have fallen to that thing's doctrine, and you have gone away from God. You've gone away from the truth. It is, I mean, that has been always a problem about what should Christians get themselves involved in the world. Well, the words does say that you are in it, but you're not of it. That doesn't mean that you can't watch a game. You're in the world, but being of it is when you're out and it's 5 degrees and you half naked like a fool, and you got letters tattooed or painted on your chest, and you didn't have a fifth of whatever. That's a whoring now. And you've gone to the brink of fist fighting. Okay? Now that's a whoring after and worshiping at the same time. Idol worship. Christmas trees. Idol worship. And a whoring after it, because we have flipped the world on it now. Marketing, sales, advertising, getting the economy up to spend money during the holiday season with NASDAQ, with the stock market. We know people getting ready to spend. It's the holiday. We are their pimp, and you are the whore while you worship and say, I'm a Christian. I love Jesus, but while we rip and run the street with the rest of them. Go and spend in exchange. Here we are It's been embedded in you for since you came out the womb that January 1st is the new year. But at midnight, the world will celebrate 2026. But getting into the spring, a Nissan 1, which is always in Aprilis, as it's been named in the demigods version of the 12 months. But for us, it would be in April, Mayish. That's the true New Year. But if a lot of things claim to happen at midnight, and we all know these things, I'm going to have to go over and quote this little evening talk. I ain't got to do that. While everybody is celebrating, and the earth's trumpets blow, and they've been blowing, and they'll blow like off every few hours because of the different time zones. And I keep hearing that little girl say, "You were here on the first rapture." She said, "How do you know it was the new year?" Because I heard the loud blast of the shofar. Then when you look at everything going on in the year, especially with this sun thing going on, which is biblical, and you got to ask yourself, and then you see a lot of people are now reporting more and more and more and more on Facebook all over the pictures of the wheel inside of a wheel, what 3-eye Atlas looks like. And more and more and more, you get these people who just, I don't know, for whatever reason, will just refuse to look at that brick wall and point at that and say, that could be deception, that could be deception, that could be deception, that could be deception, that could be deception. Okay, what will it take then? What will it take? When and other people have been sending me videos and breakdowns of people coming out the woodwork now talking about all 3 visitations are godly. And I am not bragging, I am not boasting, I keep saying this and saying it. That is something, and that is something that God gave me to give to everybody a while back, and I'm getting reposts now of people breaking it down the same way. Looking at that new image with the 6 spokes in the center, how it resembles the menorah lampstand. The menorah lampstand is 6 and 1 in the middle. But there is a side of untrust and disbelief that is keeping some folks from saying, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and tap out. Yeah, okay, what if it is? It's just that simple. That's the hope and belief, and then it flows right into, look ye up, for your redemption draws nigh. The Spirit is upon people to say, no, I ain't looking up. That's CGI. That's this, that's that. So, is that not a spirit of unbelief? When the very things that are happening before us, ladies and gentlemen, have been called out in the Word? It's amazing to me that months later, the very teachings and stuff that I put up about 3-eye Atlas, Oumuamua, and Borisov, Spirit of the Lord is touching them now, and a lot of people, other folks are waking up to that knowledge. I mean, you know, Not to brag or to boast, but if you over here in this neighborhood, you can look at everybody else and say, yeah, we've been checking that out. Come on in. The water's fine. Come on. Oh my gosh.